What's cracking, guys? Omar Yusuf here, back with another video, back with the Dr. Mike Israetel. How we doing? Oh, you didn't? Why are you doing?
Life is complicated, Omar, and I don't have the time to explain the intricacies thereof.
But you're okay?
Yeah, fundamentally, aren't we all? We're all going to be okay.
We'll all be fine. Would you say we're all gonna make it?
Unless the aliens show up, and they have weapon systems that are a generation at least ahead of ours. You know, let me rant on something really quick.
Go ahead.
Wouldn't you guys like to see a movie where aliens have just asymmetrically developed really advanced transportation technology, but their weapons technology is like 1880s
These
shit.
are muskets.
Like there's a motherfucker cranking the machine gun like this,
Yeah.
and they get off, they're like, invade Earth, and like the army's like, shit, the aliens are gonna kill us all, and the first thing that happens, like they lob a cannonball with no explosive and it goes zoom, like in front of a tank, and they're like, what the fuck?
We just obliterate them
and then the world military is just fucking tear ass.
Yeah. That would not sell nearly as well as Independence Day, but
That's why I'm not in film. But it would sell it probably better than Independence Day 2, which I...
have
you seen it?
No.
I avoided it like the plague.
Yeah, it doesn't have Will Smith. They couldn't bring him back on board, so they just killed him off. You know, that's always the worst choice where you take the star of any property.
I didn't know they killed him off.
Yeah, they killed him off. I'm 90% sure.
I would have never recovered from that.
No one watched it, so no one knows. No one knows what the plot is.
The only reason I would ever go see that movie is because Jeff Goldblum is the fucking man.
Dude, 100%. I think the role you saw, obviously, we talked about this Jurassic Park.
Oh my God.
His role in that is just like, that's like the cool scientist.
First of all, he like introduced the world to pickup.
Yeah.
Because he was the fucking man. Yeah, he ran game literally on everything that fucking moved.
The whole show, the whole movie was just
incredible.
Game.
The chaos talk to the girl, I was like, God damn, he seduced me.
What the fuck? It's not even about
all
chaos.
These feelings. I'm only 9 years old.
Yeah, what's going on here? Let's, I don't know how much we're going to keep with that. All of it is the answer. Let's talk today. So, Dr. Mike, he knows a wealth of knowledge when it comes to lifting. He proposed a very interesting topic today, which is basically the nature of lifting. When it comes time to specialize, what does even specialization mean? We hear all the time bros say, well, you know what, I got the bicep, but I don't got the chest. What am I supposed to do? But you have recommendations for maximizing hypertrophy. We're going to talk general training, maximizing hypertrophy, and then also specialization. When is it necessary and when should someone focus on that? So first, can you kind of define, dude, like general training for hypertrophy? What does that even mean?
Totally. So general training for hypertrophy means that you focus your training with muscle growth as your number one goal.
Okay.
Which means you're doing plenty of sets, plenty of reps, and generally speaking, you're training the entire body, or like most of it. Some people don't really train their calves.
That's weird. I don't know who.
There's a guy sitting behind you off camera that doesn't train his calves.
Well,
calveless guy.
Fuck that
I don't even know where we hang out with that guy.
Yeah.
So in any case, when you train most of the muscles of your body, again, getting pretty toasty in here, huh? Train most of the muscles of your body, and you're going for overall size development. So that's general hypertrophy training, and that can be juxtaposed with specialized hypertrophy training, in which you don't just want to get all around bigger, but you want some particular parts of you, don't take the shit the wrong way, to get bigger, to get more engorged.
Right.
Veinier.
Veinier, okay. Awesome. Okay, I'm following you.
So, look, for example, if you want, you have big pecs, you have a big back, but you want bigger arms.
Yeah.
And you don't care about competitive bodybuilding or whatever, you just need bigger arms, just for the soul, as the Russians would say.
Yeah, just to fulfill you.
Exactly, because then you're like, when you get a little pump going before you go to the club, you're like, other friends of yours, you know what they're doing, like they're spraying their cologne and doing their hair, and you're thinking, okay, they're having fun, and they're in their mirrors, but then they check their biceps and they're like, yeah, but you check yours and you're like, and they're like, hey, where are you? We're at the club, you're like, I'm crying, I can't, never gotten off the toilet seat.
I'm having a quarter life crisis.
Yeah, because of your quarter-inch arms. So you want to bring your arms up. That's specialization. You. So the question now is how best to go about that. And we have a couple of simple rules. Mind you, these are all generalities, so it's not exact dates.
Yeah.
But if you want, for example, big arms, I still think it's probably a good idea to train generally, maybe like general upper body, but probably generally legs as well, for like a year.
Yeah.
So if you're very new to lifting, just getting a foundation of jackedness gets you to a pretty good place, even if you just want big arms. So I'll tell you this, if you have big arms but nothing else, it looks weird. And I don't mean like a guy who has like a decent chest, decent back, and just giganto arms. At least the rest of him is muscular. If you just have big arms but the rest of you literally looks like Poindexter fucking nerd asshole, people wouldn't even notice your arms.
Yeah.
Like they'll just be at the gym one time and you're wearing a stringer and they're like, oh, what the fuck happened to your arms, dude? And what the hell's wrong with you? Are you sick?
Are you all right?
Else?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So remember that guys with big arms, like Rich Piana, for example, like take him as an example. Like Rich had enormous arms, right? but everything else wasn't small.
Right.
Were his arms disproportionate to the rest of him? Yeah, you could say that. I mean, for bodybuilding purpose, but
He was jacked like all over.
super jacked all
Right.
over, right? But we're not saying you have to be like 290 like he was, but there is something to just getting a base of jackedness so that you don't look fucking ridiculous, and so people notice your big arms. It's like, you know, to notice something great, it has to be on like a great canvas, right? Or at least a decent canvas. So, so here's the recommendation.
That's the artist.
For about, that's right. I am really an artist. It's a science. It was just an expression of my artistic abilities.
I hear you.
So basically, like, for I think at least a year, you just want to get overall jacked. And the good news is your arms will grow so fucking fast because you're a noob.
Right.
There's like, your arms probably won't grow much faster if you specialize before a year than if you don't. Like for a guy that just trains arms versus whole body, the whole body guy will gain like 20 pounds total muscle, 5 pounds in his arms.
Yeah.
And the arms guy only will gain like 6 pounds only in his arms.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's not
It's
worth
negligible,
it.
yeah.
Totally. After a year, if you really desperately just fucking want big arms and that's it, I think it's okay to specialize after that.
Okay.
But if you want to be the biggest, freakiest person you can all around, just want to be all around
Sure.
jacked, I think it's probably a good idea to stay mostly general for up to 5 years of
5
training.
years of like serious lifting,
Of like,
not
yeah,
like 3 by 10.
totally,
But, yeah.
but like super general, everything gets hit about the same. Now, some of your body parts will genetically get bigger than others, but that's okay because you can balance them later when you get into specialization phases. But one thing that kind of irks a lot of people in bodybuilding who have gotten, you know, pretty muscular is people come up to us, and I'm sure people come up to you in the gym, you're like, you know, how do I work my inner chest? You look at the person, motherfucker, what inner chest? You don't have a chest.
You gotta just keep benching, dude. You gotta keep lifting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I want my back to have a better shape. Like, you need some fucking clay before you can shape that shit. You
Right.
don't have nothing there.
Right.
So I think for like 5 years, when you get up to like, you know, a decent muscular body weight, then you can start specializing, like, as I think Arnold would say, like really shaping the clay.
Right.
Once you slap down a lot of clay, you can't
Yeah.
shape some shit that's not there.
Right.
Right.
Can't flex bone, as they say.
Exactly. You can try though.
You can sure try.
Actually, funny enough, I think Scott Mendelson, one of the all-time world record holders in the bench back in the day, he said that when he first passed the 900-pound barrier in his shirted benching, he could feel his arm bones bending. And I was like, that man is braver than me.
Yeah.
Holy
You're
shit.
braver than I, Gunga, dude.
No, yeah, really.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. Your arm's bending. Can you imagine if, like,
No.
getting off of a set of
I
that
mean,
and
yeah,
be like,
dude,
that's fine. Be
that'd
like,
be
you're
the
going to take another attempt? Like,
No,
yeah, sure.
no, yeah.
No, I'm done.
If I felt that my arms were just like bending like in a way they weren't supposed to, the bone, I'd be done after that attempt. Yeah.
Be like, you're just sitting there after the bench and they're like, hey, you okay? You injured? You're like, no, I'm fine. Like, you can take another one? No, I'm done.
What
Like, what do you mean? Like, it was, I felt my bones bending. Really?
Quick aside, just to show how like crazy dedicated some people are for their given sport. I'm blanking on the guy's name, but someone that goes to our gym was really good friends with this guy that did shirted benching, so he did equipped powerlifting, and I believe he had 900 pounds that was handed off for him, or 800 pounds, a crazy amount of weight handed off for him. And what ended up happening, he misgrooved it. They had spotters there, but it actually ended up bouncing off of his head, like glancing it and going behind. And he stood up, like bloody forehead, but like just by sheer luck, he did not die there. Got up, like kind of was like, whoo, like that. Got up, took a second. Everyone's like, oh my god, what happened? Like, are you okay? You got brain damage with it? He's like, kind of just shook it off. Took 5 minutes, reattempted it, and got it. And like no one could believe that he would even choose to attempt it again. It's like 900 pounds, literally just like almost compacted your skull, and you decided to keep.
He's a
lifting.
baller ass dude. I wouldn't want to meet him in a fight.
No.
Yeah, I don't think you could dissuade him with punches.
No. He would keep coming at you.
Yeah.
You're gonna say sorry about 5 years being jacked general.
So if you want to be maximally jacked, don't focus on details you don't have yet. Take 5 years or so to all around get big. After 5 years, a couple of cool things will happen. First of all, you'll finally be ready to specialize. And second of all, you'll have a very good idea about what to specialize about because you'll see how your physique is laid out genetically, and you can start specializing on weak points or taking your strong points into the stratosphere if that's what you want to do.
Sure.
But again, if you're not interested in a balanced physique as much, because, you know, like I want to say, it sounds bad to call someone uninterested in a balanced physique. Fuck a balanced physique. If you have big arms and shoulders and the rest of you look decent, you're the man at the club, at the beach, whatever. It's great. Live your life, right?
Yeah.
So if you're in that category, then I think after a year of base building, you can be ready to specialize. And so lastly, what does specialization mean? It means taking like a 2 to 4 month period where, like, you know, you normally train all the muscles of your body, like this much total volume. Usually you do like this much for your arms. You just take your arm volume and you go like this. You just train a little bit more and you train a little bit less of everything else. That's fundamentally it. And maybe some more isolation exercises. Like if you usually do benching, you do shoulder press and you do skull crushers. If you really want to focus on your pecs, you might be able to add in that volume with cable flies or something after the heavy benching or something like that. Totally, right? And then 2 to 4 months of that, then you go back and either for 2 to 4 months you train generally, or you switch to another specialty. Like you switch from arms being specialized to your chest being specialized, whatever either you want to bring up or you need to bring up. And I would say that for beginner lifters, I mean, you can train fully. You don't have to specialize again, because you can maximally train everything and not interfere with what we call like systemic MRV. Your maximum recoverable volume for your whole body isn't going to be pushed to the limit when you're a beginner. It sure as hell will when you're an intermediate. So when you're an intermediate, maybe do like 2/3 of your normal stuff and only 1/3 focus on specializing. Or sorry, so like, or like up to 50-50, right? So like if you've been lifting longer than like 3 or 5 years, you can take half your body and put it on the front burner, so to speak, and take half your body and put it on the back burner.
That makes sense.
You can't just front burner everything because you don't have enough burners anymore, because your muscles are so big now, they really disrupt your central physiological processes. When you get really advanced, then you can only front burner 2 or 3 muscle groups at a time. Like, you're not gonna have someone on the IFB Pro be like, yeah, I'm this couple months I'm focusing on my quads and my back and my chest and my delts and my forearms, but then the next motorcycle I'm gonna focus on where the fuck's left.
Whatever's left.
That's nonsense. You're gonna die, right? So like for intermediates, up to 2/3, anywhere from 2/3 to 1/3, 50-50 or so on average. For the advanced, a minority of it should be focused on specialization. For beginners, and this is one of the reasons that the first year is good, the year of base, you don't have to specialize to get maximum growth out of all your muscles.
Those that are serious about lifting, those that are interested in getting more jacked, getting leaner, just kind of discovering the science of lifting, I highly recommend checking out Dr. Mike's stuff. Where can people find you?
Insert joke here about not wanting to be found.
Oh yeah,
compulsory joke.
Yeah.
That's right. So renaissanceperiodization.com. Check the blog or type in. Here's a cool thing to type in: volume landmarks Renaissance. Type that in, and there's a huge, or type in volume landmarks central hub. It's a hub of connected articles and videos and instructional manuals on how to get maximum hypertrophy recommendations for all of the body parts of the human body. Yeah, it's really sweet. It's completely free.
Yeah.
We just need your email, social security number, your bank routing number, and account number. I'm just kidding. No, it's literally just a website. There's no questions asked. There's no crazy pop-ups.
Like, what?
Okay. Also, there's a Nigerian prince that's related to you, and you've just inherited lots of money. So, but check out that volume guide, and then check me out at RP Dr. Mike on Instagram, at RP Strength on Instagram. That's Renaissance Periodization's Instagram. Much cooler than mine. Way more attractive people than me, tastier food that I put up. And then Facebook, Mike Israetel, and renaissanceperiodization.com. If you can spell that on a first try without Google's recommendation, you're probably a lot smarter than me. Come work for our company.
Come on over here. Guys, if you like this video, make sure to like the damn video. Also, because as I understand it, there might be a Toronto collab in the works sometime 2018. Post below what other topics you want to see Dr. Mike cover, and we'll see all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.